Hey guys, so I wanted to show you how I change my feeds when it comes to my tube, because with this video being about tubes, I thought it'd be interesting that you guys might find it interesting how I do this. So first, let's gather the supplies. I will pause the video and come back to you when I have all the supplies. Alright, so I have all the supplies. So for the supplies, I'm going to run through them really quickly. So we have these bags, and they hold the flush and the feed bags. And I have to change out every day because they can be reused, but the recommended time to reuse them is only 2 to 3 days, and I like to change them out every day just because sanitary and don't want anything growing in these lines, so keep it sanitary. Then we have my formula that I put in the actual bags. This is Kate Farms peptide formula 1.5, and the reason it's peptide formula is because it's broken, the protein in it is broken down a little bit more so that it's easier for my small intestines to digest and break down. So we have that. And then of course we have a flush syringe that I use to flush my lines. And then we have just our as I drop the jug. We have the jug of water that I use to fill the flush bag, and I use to flush my lines. Alright, so now let's get into how I actually do it. Let's fill everything up. So first off, we gotta deal with the pump. Now it's currently running. I have it running at a feed rate of 28. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to press hold. I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to turn it off because we don't need it right now. So now that it is off and not running, I can unhook myself, right? Okay, so I'm hooked up. And now I can just unhook. And look at that, I'm not attached to a backpack anymore. Yay, one of the few times during the day where I'm not attached to a backpack. So now that this is unhooked, I usually just hook it in my pants like that. And I'm going to open this and fill it up with water, and I'm gonna pause and come back to you when that's done. Alright, so now we have this syringe filled up with water, and this is just regular distilled, just drinking water. And I usually fill it up to a little bit over 30 milliliters worth of water, between 20 and 30. So now we're just going to take it, put it into my J-tube, which I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but okay, so this is my J-tube, this yellow piece here inside, and then this here is my G-tube. So we just go ahead and push it right in, like so. And I usually leave this on because now it's going to start to drip, and it usually has a cap on it but this tube is 6-7 months old, so the cap broke off. I need to get this tube replaced, but there's been a lot going on in my life. Alright, so now we're going to move on to filling everything up. So I'm going to open these guys and show you guys what they look like before I pause it and fill it up. Alright, so here's what it looks like without like water or feed in it, right? It's just 2 bags connected here, and then 1 tube again, and that goes into my J tube. Alright, I'm gonna pause it and come back to you when both of these are full. Alright, so now that they are both full of the amount that they require, I am going to show you guys how I put them in my bag here. So as you can see here, my bag is open, and this is kind of how the setup goes. I'm going to remove the old bags and put the new ones in. One goes in one buckle and one goes in the other buckle, and then they kind of get hugged in by these guys. And then I have straps down here that hold them up as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in. Alright, now that it's in, now comes the fun part of dealing with the pump. Now when we open the pump lid up, I'll show you guys what it looks like in here. We have this that actually spins and, pushes the formula through and flushes it and primes it and does all the stuff. So that's the pump part of it. So as you can see, we have this little guy here, and then we have the stretchy part that I can kind of stretch, and not the rest of the rest of the cords is hard plastic that you can't really stretch. So we take this stretchy part and we're gonna wrap it through, and it kind of tells us right here on this diagram, right by the spindle, kind of how it goes, but I've been doing this so long that I have it memorized. So we just stick that in there like that, we wrap it around the spindle like such, and then we clip this in this guy like this. So I'll give you guys a little closer look. So it looks like this in the end, all right? So now that that's ready, we're gonna close it up, and we're gonna turn the pump back on, and we're gonna prime it. I will pause and come back. All right, so I'm back, and so we have this pump, and it's ready. I'm gonna come in here so you guys can see what's on the pump. All right, so we have the keep settings. I already have it set, so it's already set with all my stuff. So really, I go to prime pump up here, and I've been getting in the habit of, because my tube is older, I like to just prime with flush water so that it over the next hour it will just be flushing my tube, and so that it won't start feeds for another hour. All right, so we're going to hold to prime flush because that's what I want instead of the feed. Tube is primed. We have, this is ready to go. It's back to the main screen. So now, the easiest part of the day. We undo this, which was just holding it so that no water came out. And then we hook this guy in, like so. And as you can see, it's clear because it's just water in the tube line right now. And then we press run. And now my tube is up and running. And there we go. That is how I do my formula every day. And so, yeah, that is one of my 2 daily routines that I have to do. And usually each of those routines take about like 20 to 30 minutes. TPN takes a little bit longer just because there's a lot more sanitary stuff that goes into it. This is how I do my tube feeds. I'll show you how I do my TPN and talk about that in the next video. So thank you guys for watching.